Hey everyone, I decided to take up another request and do a dojo video. I hadn't realized that I hadn't done a dojo run on this because I'd done it on the Corsair, I think, on the Jet, I mean. I'd done one on there, but I think I attempted to do one on here, on this character, but either with the rapid fire lag or running out of MP, it just sort of made me stop. Maybe as well, it was probably a bad time and wasn't worth documenting. But yeah, so I decided to give it another shot. So pretty much I removed all my set effect gear. So then my MP and HP aren't really impacted as severely as it is. If the set effect still affects MP regain, I'm not sure. But I also noticed that during this run, having my pets out, I was actually healing myself too. So the potion pot even works in dojo, which is a bit strange because I figure there's something wrong with it then, because it doesn't say in the description aid you in areas where you're strictly not allowed to use potions, you know, that bypasses that rule. So I'm not sure whether it's just glitched or if it's really meant to be like that. But yeah, and regardless, I just happened to hit shift and heal myself just to see if it worked or not. It's not like I really needed to heal myself to survive. But yeah, it's an interesting item. I first looked at it before I did the V2 run and thought, well, 10k on this item, it's like having to buy another Hyper Rock all over again every month since it expires after 30 days. But since you can just renew it with the rust remover and it remains at the, I think, 10 million HP or whatever it's at, I think. Yeah, so it's a pretty good item. So yeah, that'll be something that I won't mind renewing every month. But yeah, it really does reduce the amount of space taken up by potions in my use inventory, so that's also a plus. But yeah, I haven't dojoed in a while actually. It's not something on my to-do list often, because I find the gloves that I've got for Empress that I'll probably from Empress that I'll probably just keep for good. 15% all stat, 33 attack are better for me than the dojo gloves. I'm not sure if rank 1 would be better than them, but it's not like I can really achieve it because, well, yeah, it's very difficult to maintain rank 1 spot even for a little while. But yeah, I found that the ones that you're given from either 2nd to 10th or 2nd to 20th or whatever it goes, or whether both the gloves that I've tried haven't increased my range more or benefited me greater than the gloves that I'm wearing. But I've taken them off for this run. The only Cygnus weapon or Cygnus item that I'm using is my gun. And then the good thing about the Tyrant gear is that it doesn't have a set effect. So yeah, but regardless, I will be able to use my set effect items from now on if the potion pot stays as it is and you can heal yourself during stuff like this. So yeah, I'm happy to do this sort of stuff where you guys say, can you do this sort of video? Like with the V2, I went and did that, and Dojo now, I'm happy to do suggestions like that for whatever you guys want to see, as long as it's within the, you know, doable range. Like you can't say go solo hard Magnus or something like that. That's impossible to do. Like I can attempt it, but I probably won't live very long. But yeah, it's something I don't mind doing because it's stuff that you guys actually want to see done. I know there's not many Corsair YouTubers out there, so yeah, it's something that I'm happy to do. In terms of gear upgrading, probably won't do anything this week. Probably will do stuff next week, largely because, well, some of the money I've spent 15k of the remaining 30k that I had on for my PayPal limit on this account on wheels and the potion pot for last night's V2 run. So yeah, I bought 10 lots of wheels just in case it was going to be difficult, but I really only used 5, and they were for stupid reasons. More my mistakes than actually needing to use them. Just not seeing something go on, damage reflect, or just randomly dying. So yeah, but I'll probably actually do another video when I manage to solo V2, because as you noticed, it was an attempt, not a solo. I got pretty close to getting them done, but I think I was just really largely impacted on by those the sealing, darknessing, stunning, and shadow webbing by the instructors. So yeah, if I had something like decent dispel, which I know doesn't exist, but it would really help me, but I don't. So yeah, it's something that I enjoyed doing. V2 is pretty fun. I'd love to be able to actually solo Empress completely, but I can probably get it down once, but I can't get it down the total amount of times that you have to do to get it to actually drop items. So maybe in the future, I don't know. Yeah, so I think the potion pot really sort of made me remain focused on this character, because I was thinking to myself that if I wanted to do videos with better bosses than I've been able to do, I'd have to find a class that has better elemental status resistance and better HP recovery than Corsairs, because we've got barely anything in terms of HP recovery skills, and our avoidability isn't as good as it could be. So I was tossing up the ideas of things like Kaiser, Phantom, even doing I'm not really sure, stuff like a Night Lord or things like that would not be able to solo Empress by itself. Kaisers have to have the glitch to be able to solo Empress by itself, but I mean survivability, to have greater survivability. But with the potion pot being like that, if it stays the same, then it really fixes the issue. So it's really what I wanted too, because of the money that I've spent recently on all the pirate specific gear, like the tyrant cape, belt, shoes, the pants that I just bought. All of those things culminating, I really don't know how much in total, but it would just seem a massive waste, because it's not like I'd get rid of it. It's just that I'd have to start again. While I'm not completely against starting a new character to play, I'd do it if I had more time on my hands, but at the moment I don't. So yeah, it's just I'm glad that I can play this character that I've sort of really built on in the past and recently as well. So yeah, like I plan on doing a few other bosses that I haven't really had the opportunity to do. Like I'll give Rude Abyss a go, since I can have 2 characters in there, 2 level 200s. I'll just bring a mule in and try do that, and yeah, then I'll I don't know, I'll just do stuff like maybe Von Leon and other bosses, just updating everything. And I've realized that I have neglected to do one of the hyper skills that I sort of didn't really take notice of, Epic Adventure, which increases damage by 10% and max damage by 50k in terms of hit damage, so it means I can go over the damage cap with that skill. So yeah, I didn't use it in the V2 run, but I am using it now in this Dojo Run, and I'll use it from now on. It's just a skill that has a 2-minute cooldown, I believe, and a skill that applies to any explorer class within the party so I'm not sure if that means that it's a buff that'll help out adventurers, or if adventurers all have that. But I think it's the first one. I haven't really looked at my other characters' hyper skills, but I'll get around to doing that as well. Yeah, I'll just go on my paladin and a few other ones and have a look at them, because we already know what some of them are. Like on Erases, the Angelic Burster, you know, we know what those hyper skills are. But yeah, we'll jump on the bishops and things like that and see what they're like. But yeah, so I think I got pretty lucky with this dojo run in terms of spawn times. Normally, when I do it, I'm really hindered by the rapid fire lag, which only started to affect me towards the end, and the fact that, you know, you'd spawn in and then wait 10 seconds for them to summon. So I was trying to get the timings right when I was in the waiting rooms, you know, waiting the 45 seconds that people say you should before going in, and then, you know, generally they'd summon straight away. But as you can see here, it takes a little bit longer, but it wasn't impacting on me as much as it has in the past. So it really did help my time, because I can really range between, I'd say, 12 minutes and 14 minutes. It can get that bad, you know, if I'm just doing it to get on the rankings, to get gloves, to see if it'll change my range for the better. Yeah, but this was our first attempt, so well for today, so I was happy that it at the way that it was going. But yeah, well, I was happy with it. So yeah, I'll probably look at doing maybe Von Leon next, since with the potion pot, you know, the healing effect won't be won't impact on me, and I should actually be able to beat it. I have been able to beat it in the past, but recently when I've tried on the Corsair, I've failed. But really, it's just lack of motivation with that boss, because there's nothing really good that comes from it nowadays in terms of, you know, the coins. The equips are pretty outdated. So yeah, that's what the plan is. But I'll probably work on the pants again when they come out with I think it was the return scrolls or something like that, that you put it on there and then you use it, you use a scroll, and it'll tell you what effect it has if it passes, and then if it fails, it just fails. But then I'll use a guardian scroll too, or some sort of protection. So yeah, that's the next plan for those things. If it takes a while for those things to come out, like say next week there's a cube sale instead of anything else, I'll probably cube the pants or shoulder pad or secondary weapon. I think probably the best thing to do would, well, the most beneficial, since they haven't raised the damage cap, I'll probably leave the secondary weapon till last, because really I don't need any more boss damage. And yeah, it's I think it's probably better to work on yeah, see, you can see the rapid fire lag there. But yeah, it's probably better to work on either the shoulder pad or the pants, just to get some percent dex on them. Even though really it doesn't, there's no real specific order in which I have to work on the gear, since they haven't raised the damage cap yet. But really, it just comes down to, I'd really like to see if Hyper Body works with Whaler's Potion, or whatever that skill's called. Yeah, Whaler's Potion. So yeah, that's on my to-do list. But then getting, you know, 12-15% on the shoulder pad wouldn't be a bad idea either. But it's all just preparing for the damage cap to raise. And then, yeah, they'll all really have to be there. But that's all from me today, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.